Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to all. Today, I will be teaching you the next part of Chapter 1. Computers, Storage and Memory Device, Part 2. And in this chapter, what we are going to cover is the secondary memory. Now, if you remember, in my last class, I told you about what is a computer, what are data and instructions, what is the memory, types of memories, primary memory and secondary memory. So now today we'll be studying about the secondary memory. Now the secondary memory is a very easy one. What is a secondary memory? The secondary memory is permanent in nature and is not directly accessed by the CPU. Now what does it mean? It is permanent in nature. That means whatever data and instructions are stored in the secondary memory is permanent. It will not be deleted if the light also goes off. If your computer is also shut down due to some electricity problem or if any problem, the data and the instructions will not get deleted. Okay, that is why secondary memory is permanent in nature and the CPU does not have the direct access to it. Means the CPU don't have the access with the data, don't have the access with the secondary memories. Alright. It allows user to store data. That means like I am a user, you are a user, the one who uses a computer. So what does it do? It allows the user that a user can store data and whenever he or she wants to access that data, they can open the same file, same data, same instructions again and again as per their users. Let me give you one small example. With that example, you will be able to understand. Like you must have seen the CDs and DVDs, pen drive and all. So what are those? What are all those? They are the secondary memory. That means whatever data is stored in those devices are permanent. So whenever you want to open the file from your pen drive, you can open it at any point of time. Okay. It is cheaper as compared to primary memory. Like if you go in the market and buy a pen drive and if you want to buy a CD, alright, they are cheaper. The cost is less as compared to primary memory. If you go in the market and want to buy RAM, it will cost you like 3,000 to 4,000, 5,000, something like that. Okay. Secondary memory devices are also known as secondary storage devices or permanent memory. Now the types of secondary memory: magnetic disk, optical disk and flash drive. Okay, so secondary storage devices is basically divided into three types: magnetic disk, optical disk and flash drive. And now I'm going to explain you all these different types one by one. First is magnetic device. Now what is a magnetic device? A device such as a hard disk. Okay, a hard disk is covered with a magnetic coating. Okay, you know what is a magnet? It attracts. Okay, so a device which is such like a hard disk that is covered with a magnetic coated is known as a magnetic device or disk. So what you can do with this magnetic disk? You can record anything and you can erase anything at any number of times. 100 times, 2000 times you can record, you can save anything, and 2000 times you can erase anything from the magnetic disk. That means you have the control power on the magnetic disk. Now the example of magnetic disk is hard disk. Okay, the example of magnetic disk is hard disk. You can see the picture of hard disk in your computer book on page number 9. Okay. Now, what is a hard disk? The hard disk consists of one or more magnetic disks called platters. Now, in the hard disk, if you open the hard disk, and you will see there are one or more magnetic disks, and those magnetic disks are known as platters. It is permanently fixed in the computer system. Okay, that means hard disk is permanently fixed. Okay. It is usually used for permanent mass storage, means when you want to store large amount of data, very large amount of data, at that point of time, the hard disk is there in your CPU, in your computer system. Okay. So what does the hard disk do? It actually stores a very large amount of data or the instructions. The most important function of the hard disk is to store the program files and the data files. That means if you have a computer at your home, laptop or the desktop, in that laptop or the desktop, the hard disk is already there in the CPU. Okay. Inside the CPU box, you will see the hard disk. Now, what does that hard disk do? It actually stores all the program files and the data files of your computer. It comes in a variety of sizes. Okay. And the maximum storage capacity is 5 TB. TB means terabyte. Okay. 5 terabyte is the maximum storage capacity of a hard disk. External hard disks are also available if you go to the market, or you might have seen at your home also. Your father must be carrying the external hard disk. Okay. And that external hard disk is connected with the USB port. I will send you the pic of the USB port, and then you will come to know. What is the full form of USB? Universal Serial Bus Port. Okay. Now, the next type is optical disk. Now, what are optical disks? Optical disk is an electronic data storage medium that can be written or read using a low power laser beam. Okay. Now, how does a data is stored in an optical disk? With the help of laser beam, a low powered laser beam. Okay. You can write the data. That means you can store the data also, and you can erase the data also from that. Okay. Examples are CD, DVD and Blu-ray disc. You know what is a CD and DVD. You must have seen also. Now, what is a CD? CD stands for compact disc. A CD drive reads the information stored on a compact disk. Now, if you have a laptop, you must have seen a CD drive in your laptop. In that particular CD drive, you actually insert the CD and the DVD. Okay. So what does that CD drive do? The CD drive reads whatever the information is stored in the compact disk. The picture of CD drive again you can see on page number 9. It is given in your computer textbook. It can hold how much of data? 700 megabyte of data. CD drive is usually connected inside the CPU box. Now, where does this CD drive is connected? It is connected inside the CPU box. Now, basically there are 3 types of CD. CD-ROM, compact disk read-only memory, CD-R, compact disk recordable, and CD-RW, compact disk rewritable. Now, what is CD-ROM? CD-ROM is that CD in which the data is written at the time of manufacturing. Means when that particular CD is getting manufactured in a factory, at that point of time, whatever the instructions are there, that is inserted in that particular CD, in those type of CD, and you cannot make any changes in that data. Okay. You cannot make any changes in that data. Let me give you an example. If you go to the market and if you buy any game CD or antivirus CD or any software CD, so what is that? That is actually a CD-ROM. In that particular CD, you cannot make changes. Okay, you cannot erase anything, you cannot insert anything, you cannot do any single thing. Okay, whatever the data is written is stored at the time of the manufacturing. So a user cannot make any changes in those type of CD. Next is CDR, compact disc recordable. Now in this type of data, a user, means we are the user, we can only insert the data at one time, only once. Okay, but we cannot change or erase anything. Once the data is inserted, after that we cannot change anything in that data, neither we can change nor we can erase. Last is CDRW, compact disc rewritable. That means that in this data, in this type of CD, we can write the data and again we can erase the data at any number of point of time. Now let me give you the example of compact disc recordable. Like your you can say your movie CDs. Okay, once the movie is recorded in that CD, you cannot make any changes in that particular CD, right? So once it is recorded, it's recorded. You cannot do any changes. Okay, now what is CDRW? CDRW is those type of CD in which you can insert the songs, and once you have listened those songs, you can delete that song also from that particular CD. Means you have the full access in compact disc rewritable. Okay, a user have the full access in compact disc rewritable CDs. Next is DVD. The full form of DVD is digital, versatile or video disc. Now what is DVD? There is only one difference between a CD and a DVD, is that a DVD holds more information than a CD. Now let me give an example. If you go to the market and if you want to buy a CD of a movie, okay, so in a CD you will get only one movie. Okay, but if you go in the market and if you want to buy a DVD, so a DVD holds more than one movie. It could be 5, it could be 6. Okay, that means that a storage capacity of a DVD is more than as compared to a CD. Okay, in DVD, more data can be stored as compared to a CD. DVD are widely used for storing and viewing movies and the other data. The last example of optical disc is Blu-ray disc. What does it do? It also stores large amount of data and the playing videos that you play, online video games and all. Okay, the only difference is the storage capacity between the Blu-ray disc and the DVD.